Oh, I totally forgot about these. I think somebody said these are either a knockoff or somebody that originally did this design licensed it to Lowe's or to the company that makes it for Lowe's to be made. But these are very similar to this. So we're going to crack this open and use them to open things up from here on out. I'll probably use the blue one. Oh, and for those of you that are like, oh, it's so hard to open this sort of what it's not called blow mold packaging. My brain is reading. Get yourself a utility knife though with a sharp edge, and you go right at the seam, and then yeah. Wow, they're light. They are metal. I think it says they're aluminum. So it's like an even more simplified version of this. How do you get the blade out? Lift up. Yeah, I don't see how you get the blade out. Let's see if the packaging can tell me. Yes, it has easy blade extension and retraction. Okay. But how blade go out? Doesn't seem to want to go because it's stopped right there for safety. There's a tab right there. You take that screw out. That's I would like to iterate again. Okay. TUKK HD. Blades out. Blade second step out. Blades out. And they had this whole sticker that it wrecked the finish on my original one of this mat, which they should get rid of because you just push it in there. You just push it under the magnet, basically. That's a magnet. And then you slide it forward, slide it back, slide it forward, boom. Sometimes it stops at that notch, and then you have to slide it back, slide it forward, slide it back, boom, down. That is how easy it should be to change this blade. I'm literally not seeing how this blade, and they don't say. When it's back, it's under this tab. This tab is a metal spring. Instead of using magnets like that, they're using the spring to force this up and into grooves right there. The reason why we can't get this out, though, is because there's a tab that stops that right here. And you can you lift it over that? Maybe. Let's try not on the blue one. Let's try on the... Okay, so yeah, you do just lift it up. You're like, why did you try it on the silver one and why did it work right away? This is probably natural color for whatever aluminum. Like they're probably using that cast aluminum because they do say aluminum alloy body. Yeah, it's probably a cast aluminum based on the texture there. The blue is going to have a thicker coating, more than likely, like a powder coat. Oh, that you get. I'm sure it'll wear in. You gotta be real careful there. I think these were like $10. There's the little spring. Springa. And all it's doing is, and if you need, if it ever gets loose, just bend it more towards you. Done. I think, like I said, that it has a patent number. I think somebody who made this for EDC ended up licensing this to Lowe's. I remember reading something about that someplace. You're like, where's that someplace? See, that's a good question. My memory... An internet. There you go. It was on an internet. A little fiddly to get it in there. This is the first one, even over Bob the Box Cutter, I would say. Ooh, I wonder if it can use Fisker's blades. Do I have the Fisker's blades around here? Who would have a Fisker's blade in it? Nothing in this room right now. The reason why I'm asking about the Fisker's blade, probably can't use them. Once again, even though I think the Fisker's blades are the best. Where this comes out, bang in the middle, and it's a square hole, I would not be surprised if this would go straight into that hole. I'd have to try. But for $10, and it's a 3-pack, if you got some friends and you want one, buy the pack, take the blue one, and gift out the silver and the black. Or in this case, get one for your office. Probably for the office, either the silver or the black. Then get one for the tool bench, probably the other one of these, and then stick one of these out in the garage for breaking down boxes. Yeah, I still prefer that, but maybe I can get good enough to advance it all the way on one. Blade still does not stick out as far. There you go. And that's even with quite a lot of this one being blocked off. Most times, though, you're going to want to use that one probably for opening boxes. This one for breaking your boxes down. Light enough on a keychain. It seems to lock up back. Yeah, because that singular tab they have in there is also what prevents it from going forward. I'll probably put little lanyards through the lanyard loop. Kind of like this guy right here. And just not without the bead worth more than the 3 of them combined. The other way you could do this is, since this doesn't have a magnet, right there, I bet you money that's exposed steel. I'll grab the blue one for the one, yep. So you could put a magnet right there and then just magnet this shit on stuff. Let's see, does it still work? Sure does. So yeah, get yourself a thicker, and I might do that as well. Get yourself a, because if you get yourself a standard, ooh, we might be able to do a standard button style magnet. I think I'm out. No, I'm not. Maybe I ordered more. Thought I was out because I put them all in that holder you guys just saw. Here. Get you guys one of these. I probably should cut up this video into the various tools. Get yourself one of these. Like that. Right like that. Could even put a dab of super glue on there if you want. And then watch this. Boom. Need it? See, that's why I want your dab of super glue. But yeah, I wonder if anybody actually makes like an official product for that. because you can make something that, like, you take that screw out and then you screw it in that holds it down. That'd be great. But yeah, I think a little magnet on the back side of here would be, yeah, you could even do a wider one because it's got a lot of room here. If you do the width left to right, you would have a lot more pull, right? You definitely still need like a dab of super glue, dab of epoxy. I don't even know if dab of super glue is enough because that's smooth metal against smooth metal. You might have to use a dab of epoxy. So you're gonna have to get it used to though. Like I immediately was like, "Where's my button?" Because I'm used to button press, right? And that goes straight out to the. Whereas these, it's very simplified. So for $10 for 3 of them, I'd say that's pretty darn good. I will have to figure out what people are doing mod-wise to these, or like from the original design of them. But yeah, I think a magnet back here, maybe a little bit wider one, or if somebody makes like even a screw down thing that's real cheap, like, or maybe I can get it 3D printed, like a little housing that goes right there, because then you can just slap it on the side of your toolbox, slap it on. You probably have something metal in your garage. You can hide. You want stuff. Remember, I've said this a lot. You want stuff where, hey, I can slap it there or clip it there. Then every time I need a knife in this location, I can go and get a knife, right? That's what you want. And you can stash them everywhere. For example, bought this when Sears was closing down. Craftsman on the end. These aren't the best, but they're on the end of there. They're on the end of there, and I have one clipped on the toolbox. And I think there was one in this bag, and there's one. Oh, hey, there's my V6s. I thought those were still behind the door. There's one back here someplace. Yeah. There you go. Gold one. DeWalt blade? Yep. And those would have been purchased back when I was using the EAB. So the fact that those are quick change blades is good. And that was a gold. I think that one's a silver, that one's a black, and I think the other one's a different color. So that way, if we found it elsewhere, right, you knew where that color needed to go back to. Also, my friends, rather than having to ask me for whatever TUKK I'm running, or at the time EAB out of my pocket, they always knew there's a knife right in these locations. And it's still there, as you can see, because though I have many nicer knives, those have kind of always just lived there, and they will stay to live there. That's what you can do with these, relatively easy. I also showed in the past where you can get like a 6-pack for $20. I don't know if you still can, of like knockoff Gerber EABs. That's what we have right now in the toolbox, in the garage, in the kitchen. I got one on the side of a file cabinet in the storage room. I don't know if you can buy all the bright orange one. That's what I would have done. Then maybe use like paint pen to customize, like just put a dot of color on it for which room it's supposed to be in. But the bright fluorescent hunter orange. That way, like if you drop it in the garage, you're like, oh, that's a bright, sharp, dangerous knife.